Hello everyone. In a previous video lecture, we have studied the Ampere circuital law and Stokes theorem. In today's video lecture, we will see forces due to the magnetic fields. So we know that if a charged particle is released in an electric field E bar, then it is accelerated in the direction of this E bar. But if we will release a charged particle in a static magnetic field, then the particle remains at a rest position. Okay, so if the particle is moving across a magnetic field, then it is accelerated at right angles to the direction of motion. So here in this section we will see the Lorentz force equation and force on differential current element. Okay, so here let us see first a Lorentz force equation. We know that according to the definition of electric field intensity, basically it is the ratio of force per unit charge, or we can say F divided by Q. Okay, so this is the electric field intensity, which is denoted by E bar. So here using this equation we can write this F bar is equal to Q into E bar. We have to just multiply this E bar into this Q, so we'll get the equation in terms of F bar. So here this F bar is nothing but what? This is the force on charged particle having unit Newton. Then Q is the charges on particle, which is expressed in coulombs, and E bar is the electric field intensity, which is denoted by volt per meter, or the unit of this electric field intensity is Newton per coulomb. Okay, so here if this charge is in motion, then the force acting on it is given by this equation, that is F bar is equal to Q into E bar. Then this force is in the same direction as that of this E bar, and it is directly proportional to both Q as well as this E bar. Okay, so here consider that a charged particle is moving in a magnetic field having the flux density B, and it is experimentally found that the force acting on such a charged particle is, this is force, and this force is directly proportional to the following factors. First, it is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of charge, its velocity V bar, and flux density B bar. So here we can write directly F is directly proportional to Q into V into B bar. Also it is directly proportional to the sine of the angle between vector this V bar and B bar. So here we'll get F is directly proportional to sine theta. So according to first and second equation, we can write the force is directly proportional to this Q into V into B into sine theta. Okay, so here according to the definition of cross product, we know that if we take a cross product of two unit vectors, that is V bar into B bar, then it is given by mod V bar into mod B bar into sine theta. Okay, so here this equation becomes, we have to use this equation, basic equation of force, that is F bar is equal to Q into V bar B bar sine theta. So according to this equation we can write here F bar, that is left hand side is as it is. Then we can take here the V B sine theta as a V bar cross B bar by using the definition of cross product. So instead of this whole term we can write here V bar cross B bar. So here we'll get F bar is equal to Q as it is into V bar B bar sine theta is equal to V bar cross B bar. Okay, so here this equation becomes F bar is equal to Q into V bar into B bar, where this F bar is nothing but force exerted on charged particle because of magnetic field, and the unit of this force is Newton. Then Q is nothing but the charge on particle having unit coulomb. Then V is nothing but the velocity of charge particle having unit meter per second, and this B bar is nothing but the magnetic flux density having unit Weber per meter square. Okay, so here we will get here basically two equations of force. The first is F bar is equal to Q V bar into B bar, and in the previous equation we have also seen this equation, that is F bar is equal to Q into E bar. Okay, so here the force on moving particle due to the combined electric and magnetic field is obtained. So we have to just add these two equations. The first is F bar is equal to Q into E bar, and second is F bar is equal to Q into V bar plus B bar. So after adding these two forces, that is electric force and magnetic field force, we will get equation F bar is equal to Q E bar plus Q in bracket V bar into B bar. So on the right hand side we can take here Q as a common term, in bracket it is E bar plus V bar cross B bar. Okay, so basically this equation is called as Lorentz force equation. This force is calculated using this formula, and the unit of this force is Newton. Okay, so here in case of electric field, the direction of force is not depend on the velocity vector, so energy transfer takes place between the electric field and a moving charge. So in case of magnetic field, what happened? The direction of force here is perpendicular to the direction of velocity vector, that is V bar, and magnetic flux density B bar. So here the kinetic energy of the moving charge is not changing. That means there is no transfer of energy from the magnetic field to the moving charge. Okay, so here in this way we have studied the Lorentz force equation. Then next point we are going to study here the force on differential current element. Okay, in first equation we have seen the Lorentz force equation. In second case we have to study here the force on differential current element. So for that, consider a conductor carrying current I which is placed in a steady magnetic field. Steady means rest. Okay, so here the force on the differential current element of this conductor can be written by using this equation. Differential force is equal to dq in bracket V bar into B bar. See here we have already seen this equation, but here we have to express this equation in terms of differential current element. So that's why we have to take here the derivative of individual term, like df bar is equal to dq into V bar cross B bar. So here this df bar is nothing but a differential force having unit Newton. Then dq is the differential charge, again the unit is Coulomb. Then V bar is the velocity of moving charge having unit meter per second, and B bar is the magnetic flux density. So here basically we have to express this equation in terms of volume charge density, which is denoted by rho into V, and we know that this rho V is the simply ratio of charge per unit volume, that is Q divided by V. In next slide we can say here this rho V is simply the ratio of charge per unit volume. Okay, so here the value of Q is equal to this rho V into V. Okay, but here we have to calculate this value of Q in terms of differential element. So we can write here the value of Q is equal to dq is equal to rho V, as it is this V becomes differential V, that is differential velocity. Okay, so we'll get here value of dq is equal to rho V into dV. Then in next step we have to just put this value of dq in this equation number 1. So we'll get df bar is equal to the value of rho dq is rho V into dV into V bar cross B bar. Okay, so then after that we have to express the current density equation. Basically the current density is again it is the ratio of current flowing through per unit area, that is J is equal to I by A. So here we have to express that current density, that is J bar, in terms of rho V. So the basic equation of J bar is rho V into V bar. So here we can write dF bar, that is left hand side is dF bar is as it is, then this rho V into dV bar is equal to J bar, that is conduction of current density, that is J bar, then the remaining term V bar cross V bar is as it is. Okay, so here now we can see the dF bar is J bar into B bar into dV. So we can write dF bar is equal to J bar into dV cross B bar. Okay, so here this J bar is nothing but what? Current per unit area. So we can write here capital I divided by area as a differential surface area. This is a ds, and I is the current passing through the conductor. Okay, so here in next step, the left hand side, that is J bar into dV, this is J bar, and the value of dV, this J dV is shifted to the left hand side, or we can write J bar dV is equal to dF bar upon B bar. So this is a dF bar upon B bar. Then again the value of this dF bar is given, which can be calculated using this formula dQ into V bar cross B bar. So we can write here J bar into dV is equal to IDS into ds into dl bar, because this is the value of J into ds into dl bar. So here we can write J bar into dV is equal to ds get cancelled, and the remaining term is I into dl bar. Okay, then here the value of dF bar, that is in equation number 2. Suppose this is our equation number 2. So we'll get dQ is equal to rho V into dV. So here this dF bar is equal to the value of J bar dV is ideal cross B bar is as it is. Okay, so here we'll get the value of this dF bar, that is differential force element. So using that equation we can easily calculate the total value of F bar, which is given by integration of IDL bar cross B bar. So we'll get F bar is equal to I integration of DL bar cross B bar is equal to, in opposite direction we can say the minus of I integration of B bar cross DL bar. Okay, so this is the equation of force on differential current element. Okay, so here we can also write this F bar is equal to IL bar into B bar, that is equal to L into B bar, that is we can take here the cross product of L bar cross B bar. So we'll get L bar cross B bar is equal to LB sin theta into AN bar. So that's why the equation becomes F bar is equal to ILB sin theta into AN bar. You have to just take here the cross product. Okay, so here this theta is the angle between the vectors representing the direction of current flow and the direction of magnetic flux density, that is B. Okay, so finally we'll get the equation of magnitude of force is F is equal to ILB sin theta Newton. The unit of force is Newton. Okay, so this is the final equation of force on differential current element. Then after that, let us see how to solve numerical based on magnetic forces. So there is one question. A conductor 6 meter long lies along Z direction with a current of 2 ampere in AZ bar direction. Find the force experienced by conductor if B bar is equal to 0.08 AX bar Tesla. So write down first the given data. Here the value of I is given, that is 2 ampere. Then the differential length is given, that is 6 meter, which is in the along the Z direction. So we can write here DL bar is equal to 6 in the direction of AZ bar. So we can write here 6 AZ bar. Then the value of B, that is a magnetic flux density, is there, that is 0.08 AX bar along X direction is there. So that's why we can write here AX bar into Tesla. Then after that we have to apply here the formula, that is the force due to the magnetic field on a conductor is given by F bar is equal to IDL bar cross B bar. So again here we know the value of I, that is 2, in bracket the value of DL bar is 6 AZ bar, because here the given 6 meter long conductor is lies along the Z direction. Okay, so we can write here directly 6 into AZ bar into this cross product is as it is into B bar is 0.08 AX bar. Okay, so here we have to multiply this 0.08 into 2, which is equal to 0.96. Then we have to take here the cross product of AZ bar cross AX bar. So for this we can draw here one circle. Here X, Y and Z coordinates are present. Now here we have to take the cross product of AZ and AX bar. This is AZ and this is AX. So here we have to just change the direction of this circle like this. So here we have to take here the cross product of AZ bar into AX bar. Then the answer will be the third coordinate axis, that is AY bar, having negative sign. Z into AX bar. Sorry, here no negative sign is there, because here we are just going from this AZ bar to AX bar. Okay, like this. So here there is no need to change the direction of this circle. So that's why the cross product of this AZ bar cross AX bar is simply the third coordinate, that is plus AY bar is there. Okay, so here the final value of this F bar is 0.96 AY bar Newton. This is the final answer. 0.96, the cross product of this AZ bar cross AX bar is AY bar and the unit of this F bar is Newton. So this is our final answer. So in this way we can solve the numericals based on magnetic. So this is all about our today's session. I hope you will like and enjoy. So today we will stop with motivational quote. Today's motivational quote for you is, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you will start having positive results. Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.